Hello, everybody. We'll just be giving it a few more minutes just for any late stragglers. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining today's webinar. Happy to see some friendly faces join us today. This webinar is held in coordination with Housing Month, which celebrates the collaborative work happening across our community to end homelessness and create safe, affordable housing for all. So today's Find Info session will be on second chances, how pre-loved furniture transforms lives. My name is Nicholas Claveria, but some of you may know me as Nico. Just a bit of background about myself. I have been with Find for almost 7 years now. I was lucky enough to be able to grow in this organization, starting as a processing associate, bringing in donations from the community, to the logistics team, where I got to go out into the community to pick up donations and, more importantly, got to deliver our furniture packages to our participants' new homes. For myself, it was very gratifying getting to see the impact these items had on those we were there to serve. And once I saw the positive impact, I knew that the Furniture Bank program is where I wanted to work towards. And I can thankfully say that I was given the opportunity to join the Furniture Bank team to learn and grow to where I am today. This is my lovely dog, Chewy, who is my absolute treasured best friend. Once in a while, she gets to come by Fine to hang out, and she loves to be showered by hugs and pets by the wonderful staff that we have here, which has me really excited that I get to spend some time with you all today and talk about Fine and the awesome things we get to do here. But before we get started, I would just like to begin with a land acknowledgement. So we recognized we are gathered in collaboration and with joint purpose on Treaty 6 territory. This territory is the traditional home and gathering place for diverse Indigenous peoples, the Cree, Blackfoot, Dene, Iroquois, Saulteaux, Ojibwe, Nakota Sioux, Inuit, and Métis, among many others cared for this land since time immemorial and continue to steward it today. As visitors in this territory, we honor the importance of the treaty and our responsibility to these communities. Only in partnership can we create the changes necessary to end homelessness. It is vital we meaningfully engage and partner with Indigenous people and communities in this work while recognizing and addressing the conditions brought forth by colonialism. Displacement from traditional homelands, systemic racism, residential schools, the 60s scoop, and the ongoing overrepresentation of Indigenous people in child welfare, correctional systems, and homelessness are responsibilities that we all share. So, what are we going to be learning today? We're going to be learning about the ins and outs of Find, which includes Find's commitment to saving the planet through our sustainability partnerships and practices, the true importance of having furniture and why it is a crucial piece in turning a house into a home. Lastly, how you can all help. And one thing, I know y'all may have a flood of questions as the presentation goes on. We just ask that you please save questions for the end of the webinar. I promise you that any burning questions you may have will be answered to the best of our ability. So, what is Find? Oh, That's a good question, Allison. Just want to make sure, can everyone see the slides okay? Great. All right, I'll carry on. So what is Find? Find is a social enterprise of Homer Trust, the community entity tasked with preventing and ending homelessness in Edmonton, which was started in 2011. It was in response to a noticeable trend of landlords not allowing people into their units without furniture, which became a huge barrier to those trying to transition out of homelessness. In collaboration with the Bissell Center, Alberta Job Corps, and Emergency Relief Services, they found that the startup costs were just too inaccessible for most people. So the Find Furniture Bank was started to help get over that barrier and help start their journey out of homelessness into a safe and comfortable home. Find proudly works with over 30 different agencies in the Edmonton area by taking in donations of furniture and household goodies from the community, putting those donations into what we call an essential furniture package for participants in the program at no cost to the participant. Find operates out of a 22,000 square foot building that houses all of our operations, including retail, processing, logistics, and of course, the furniture bank. Find's Furniture Bank is the heart of operations at Find. Every department, every item, and every person is dedicated to ending homelessness and supporting housing supports in Edmonton. So how does Find work exactly? Find specializes in four ways, which in my unbiased opinion, we do very well. We specialize in donations. We absolutely could not do what we do as well as we do it without the generous contributions from the community. We have our furniture bank, which proudly works with various housing supports agencies and programs in the city of Edmonton. We have our wonderful brick and mortar and online boutique, which offers low cost goods to the public. And lastly, we have our partnerships, which includes housing supports, community partnerships, and sustainability partnerships, which will be going more in depth later in the presentation. As you can see here, you can see what our Fine branding on our trucks used to look like. Wait till you see what the new makeover looks like. So first, we'll start with donations. We have two primary methods for accepting furniture. We have a donor door located on site at our main site, where you can pull up with your vehicle, and our donor door tenants will assist you in offloading any would-be donations that we are able to take. We also have our Fine trucks, which go out into the community 7 days a week to pick up any would-be donations free of charge. Once items are brought into the warehouse through the donor door and offloaded into the building, all donations are then taken into the processing area to be cleaned to be ready for a retail store or furniture bank. We have a team that is properly trained on how to properly clean and inspect any items that we receive, and any soft furniture donations are properly heat treated with our industrial steam cleaner. Moving on, we have the furniture bank, which is the heart of Fine's operations. It is the main area that all other departments help to support in different ways. We work with 30 different housing agencies across the city of Edmonton, which include supported referrals and supportive housing. The furniture bank team that you can see here communicates with various housing teams working in the city of Edmonton. They work to create and schedule housing requisitions and communicate all important information with the housing worker. Once deliveries have been completed, we make sure to input data and track metrics, which can include the number of participants served, which includes adults and children, number of units furnished, the number of canceled deliveries versus completed deliveries, number of furniture that has been diverted from landfill and provided to the furniture bank program, and community feedback, which includes surveys and agency visits and much more. Moving on, we have our thrift store. So our retail and donation center offers a swath of items, all generously provided by our community. Any items that cannot be used in the housing supports program are provided to our retail online boutique for sale. What's great is that the proceeds go back towards the furniture bank, which to purchase items that otherwise cannot be donated. You can find anything from furniture to smaller household decorative items to seasonal items, depending on the time of year. Right now, we have a swath of holiday items. So if you're looking to get into the holiday spirit, please come by Find to pick up some items from there. We also offer discounts to participants who are in the program. They can come in and receive a 20% discount for any items that aren't included in the essential furniture package. Additionally, we have many diverse partnerships across the city of Edmonton, which eases access to affordable furniture. And lastly, our partnerships. Find wouldn't be where we are today without our incredible partnerships that we have created over the years. From our housing partnerships to our sustainability partnerships, all of them have been invaluable to our operations and making Find the effective place we are today. We'll dive into those partnerships a bit later in the presentation. So let's deep dive into what an essential furniture package or PIC actually is. Essential packages are the basic necessary items that are included in a furniture bank housing package, which can include a couch or a love seat, kitchen table and chairs, TV stand, dressers as needed, a new bed and a TV, and whatever else we can provide based on inventory levels. Find is funded by 3 levels of government, which helps us to purchase new items for the program, such as the beds, the bedding, and the TVs. There is a lot of information that is needed to make sure the participant gets exactly what they need in order to set them up for success. Simple information such as unit sizes, door sizes, what floor the unit is on is crucial to avoid any mishaps such as incompatible furniture, like an item that is too big for a unit or too heavy to go up 4 flights of stairs. We do our utmost to avoid a pivot scenario. If you are familiar with Friends, you are familiar with that phrase. In 2024 alone, Find furnished 1,763 homes for housing supports and support referrals and supportive housing with furniture donations. Also included is artwork, pots and pans, and other essentials that help make a house into a home. When put into perspective, that's 1,763 couches, 1,762 TV stands, kitchen tables, chairs, and dressers, which is a lot of furniture. So what does it actually look like when an item goes through that process in order to be part of an essential furniture package? What does it look like when it goes from donation to delivery? Let's take a look. Isn't that awesome? I love that video. It gets to me every single time I watch it. So something to kind of put into perspective is that as you saw that couch go through the whole process, think about it like this. So in October, we did this 174 times for over 200 people in October alone. We did that 1,609 times for 2,584 people so far this year, and over 18,000 times has it gone through that process since since the program's inception. I myself am a visual learner, so seeing it like in front of you like that, like you hear the numbers and people tell you the numbers and the data all the time, but when you actually see what it looks like, for myself, it really hits home even more. Speaking of which, as data, everybody loves statistics, everybody loves visuals. So Find is a furniture bank. We average on 6 to 14 homes per day, 5 days a week. Average 140 homes a month. In 2024, we furnished 1,763 homes. Over 96,000 pounds were recovered from recycling in 2024. Over 11,000 donated items were given to participants in 2024. Over 500,000 was saved by using donated items in 2024. 2,900 over 2,900 people were transitioned out of homelessness into a new home in 2024, and 18,499 people have been furnished since 2011 as of October 2025, which is awesome. So here's what a general timeline of a furniture bank pick looks like. So we have from the requisition where the furniture bank receives the requisition form from the housing worker, which includes all the relevant information such as the worker information, the participant information, their age, their gender, if applicable, pronouns, and their current accommodations, whether they're staying in a shelter or currently accommodated with a friend or no accommodations at all. It includes building information such as the unit, street address, the building type. Is it a low-rise apartment? Is it a high-rise apartment? Where to park? And then the package details, which is what the participant is in need of. And any additional details that can break down any specific information that will help the participant, such as the participant has physical issues and would need specific types of furniture to accommodate their needs. They would maybe, if they preferred a leather couch versus a fabric couch, if they preferred red over blue, or they didn't want this color. We tried to ask for as much information as possible so we can accommodate as best as we can for the participant's needs. And then once submitted, the order is quickly scheduled in and the worker is quickly informed of the delivery date and the PO number, which stands for pick order number. And then 2 business days prior to delivery, we will send the worker a confirmation email that will inform the worker the exact delivery time their delivery will be happening to provide enough time for them to prepare and inform the participant. Following the day before delivery, the furniture bank coordinator, yours truly, will go out into the retail floor and warehouse area to pick out the items on the requisition form to be delivered the next day, which in my opinion is a fantastic turnaround rate. Sometimes if we are low on a certain item, just as an example for a dresser, we will inform the worker ahead of time that the said item will be missing from tomorrow's delivery. But not to worry, we also offer option to backorder any items that are missing or broken upon delivery, which would happen subsequently after the primary delivery date. Moving on to the confirmation call, in the morning of the delivery, our logistics team will give the worker one final phone call to confirm all details of the delivery, such as where to park and the delivery time. And last, but certainly not least, the fine truck will come by the participant's new home to help bring everything in their starter package into their new home. So remember I mentioned the old truck style? Get a load of this. How beautiful does that look? Really pops at you. So now we have a fleet of 4 trucks. 3 of them are 5-ton sized and one is 3-ton sized. 5 days a week, they're going out to deliver new furniture packages to our participants, and 7 days a week, they are out in the community to pick up donations to bring back to find to be processed. When seeing a truck in the wild, just think about it like this. When you see a truck in the wild, that's a truck that's going to help someone move out of homelessness. It's a truck keeping good usable furniture out of landfills and putting it where it's most needed. Again, we offer free pickups 7 days a week. While drop-offs are encouraged, we do understand that not everyone can load a 3-ton sofa onto their little sedan. So we do our best to meet people where they are, and this is why we offer a free donation pickup with our trucks to help people deliver items that they otherwise could not come donate themselves. For Housing Month, we are also running a fine truck contest to be entered for a gift card to Axe Monkeys, which is one of our partners, which I'll go into who they are a bit later in the presentation. When you spot one of our fine trucks out in the community, if you snap a photo and share it on our social media, you will be entered in a chance to win an Axe Monkeys gift certificate. Each photo you post is an entry. The more you share, the more chance you have to win. So if you see the truck, give us a snap, tag us in socials, and you'll be entered to win. So we have the participant experience. So this is a quote we got from one of our participants, and I'm just going to read it out for y'all. I got to pick out a couch and love seat as well as a coffee table when I was rehoused after 9 months of homelessness a few years ago. While the couch didn't last, my 6-month-old puppy ate the cushions. I still have the coffee table. I know I'll be back to buy another couch as soon as I move. I love what Find supports. It gives hope and pride to whoever is in need. Every time I read this quote, it really just hits me where I live. Uh, for us, the participant experience is huge. We really want to make sure that every experience goes super smoothly. While getting furniture and furnishing a home is one of the last steps and it could be one of the funnest steps in the program for some. It can be a really anxiety-ridden experience for some as well. Uh, Going through this whole journey and going through this one last step before transitioning into or out of homelessness can be very riddling for some. So we really do our best to make sure to meet them where they are and to be patient when we have to be. Um, and make sure that it's a safe space for everybody. Participant experience is huge for us, and collaboration between Find and the various housing teams is crucial to ensure that participant success. So what makes Find different? We have a direct connection to ending homelessness. Every donation and purchase directly supports ending homelessness in the city of Edmonton and the surrounding area. We are a person-centered approach. Participants receive furniture free of charge. We focus on quality, dignity, and choice. It ensures that their home reflects their personality and not just what's available within reason. We are proud of our environmental stewardship. We divert thousands of pounds of usable items to landfills annually, or from landfills annually, I should say. We encourage a circular economy by reusing and repurposing donated goods. And we're able to do that with our sustainability partnerships as they take items that otherwise we cannot use for our program. And lastly, partnership and collaboration. We work with more than 30 housing agencies and partners like Orchid Canada to ensure safety, quality, and care. So one of our mottos at Find is there is always value, no matter what the item. Whether it can be used for its intended purpose or not, somebody can still find a use for it. We really try to ingrain the sense of value into our work. Is there a way for the item to be used that will bring function or joy to someone? Answer is almost always yes. For those that are no, we have great partnerships with local community groups to help us either recycle or divert those items. Just as an example, with the Business Center and Mustard Seed, they take our clothes. Axe Monkeys takes any broken glassware to use for their rage room, just to name a couple. In 2024, we diverted over 96,000 pounds of items from the landfill, which is just an insane number. We really wouldn't be able to offer the services we do without an environmentally sustainable model like this. At this point, you might be wondering, how can we afford to do this? Which is another question, another great question. Find is funded by 3 levels of government. However, the funding only covers the purchase of new beds and new TVs for the participant. Everything else we include either comes from community or is purchased from proceeds generated by our thrift stores. As you can see, it is imperative to have that community buy-in to be able to support this piece of the program. Donations are the lifeblood of what we do, and we have seen the impact of not having inventory levels that we need to support the program. No matter the barrier, we work to make sure every participant gets what they need. Speaking of partnerships, here is one of my favorite ones. So we have a strong partnership with Orkin Canada. They help provide pest control support to ensure donations are safe and clean for our participants. They help maintain high quality standards for furniture and housewares. They reduce the risk of infestations for participants moving into new homes. And they demonstrate Find's commitment to dignity, safety, and public health. So in this photo here, we have Dash and Heidi. And Dash is one of the most effective ways that we prevent pests for the items that we provide. And the way he does that is that Dash will come in regularly into the store and thoroughly sniff out every single nook and cranny at Find to to try and see if there's anything to be worried about. Uh, so with that, I'm going to speak personally here. So every time I get a chance to see Dash, I will jump on that opportunity right away. I love seeing Dash so much, and I love seeing how effective he is, and how thorough he is. Because obviously, dogs have the way they use their noses is 100% more effective than what we can do ourselves. And what's nice as well is that Dash gets rewarded with toys and play. So after a job well done, we get to spend some time with him after to play and give him as many pets as he can handle. And additionally, we also did create a new pamphlet that explains our procedures with our partnership with Orkin. And these are items that we provide to our housing partners as well as some landlords. As we understand, there could be there's some general concern that comes with receiving donated items into a home. So we created this pamphlet in order to provide ease of mind to the many people that we work with in this sector. So the importance of furniture. So we recently polled the community about what furniture means to them, and these were the 5 words that came up the most. So comfort, warmth, safety, hope, and dignity. So let's just do a fun little exercise. So I want you to close your eyes and just imagine yourselves coming home after a long day and think about the place you like to spend the most when unwinding. Is it your couch? Is it your dining area? Is it your bed? Speaking personally, for me, it's my couch. That is the place that I like to unwind the most, where I get to just hang out with my dog, watch some TV. Now, just imagine that the items weren't there, that when you came home, it was just an empty room with 4 walls. How much of a difference would that make to you? Find that like furniture is something, from speaking for myself, is something that I tend to overlook all the time, and I don't really, sometimes I forget just how important it is that it's there, because it really not only does it help personalize your space, but it really helps you settle in, and it really turns a house truly into a home. So how can you be a part of the solution to ending homelessness? One of the main things is donate. We are doing a month-long donation drive in coordination with Housing Month. So if you're looking to donate, please send them our way. Either give us a phone call to send the trucks out to you or stop by Find. And if you do stop by Find, please make sure to shop our stores. Every purchase benefits the program. And the last thing is spread the word. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your grandma, tell whoever. Spread the word about what we do, as y- the smallest shout out really goes a long way for us. Now, any questions? Oh, give it a few more minutes. If anyone has any questions they would like to ask, please shoot them my way.
Nico, you've got a lot of great comments in your chat here. We have Aaron saying, "What a great program." R says, "Thanks
Yeah,
for all you do for the community." Allison, "Thank you, Nico. Bonus for the comfort and pest detector dog." And Aaron, "I like the online shopping option. Don't we all love online shopping?"
that's awesome. Thank you guys for the comments, and thank you, Janine, for pointing those out. Love hearing that. Thank you. Just give it a few, let's give it a minute or two if anyone has any last minute questions that they would itching to ask. What is Dash's bedbug sniffing dog's salary? I believe his salary is infinite amount of treats and infinite amount of toys every time he does a job. I'm not sure what the economic comparison is there, but that's what I've been told by his handler, Heidi. Great question, though. All right, going once, going twice. Oh, do you think there'll ever be another location, maybe northernly area? I don't have a definitive answer, sadly. What I would say is I would love that. If eventually we can open up another location, I would absolutely love that, and I think the community itself would love that. I wish I had I wish I had an official answer. Fortunately, no. That is one of the goals that we try to set for, though. But that's also a great question. Okay, going once, going twice. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. For any further inquiries, here's my email, nclaveria@findedmonton.com. Here's also our main website that you can click on to access the online store. Any other would be information about Find in our program and also to offer the donation form. And our tags there is Find YEG. If anyone has any questions, there's my email if you want to reach out. But thank you everybody for joining. It's been a pleasure to hang out with you all today. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.